Good afternoon to all my MMTs around the world. You heard what I said from around the world. We're short Amazon.com. That's the biggest short today. This is the big breakdown. We are going to close in 17 minutes at September 1, 2015. Amazon had a big, great short. There's some other ones out here that we're just going to show all in one clip. How to make money in the capitulation and the volatility. Here, I'm going to take the TQQQ to all my friends. And here we go. Let's go backspace. Let's hit enter. There we go. Now, we're going to get that data. This is the bull. And what is the bull? The bull is TQQQ ETF. And it is getting creamed once again. The low was 84.83. Right now we're printing 85. 7.3 is a big move. Today's high to today's lows, 92.13 to 84. What? 83. Right now it's 24. We are going to show the Tesla move. And we are short all of these stocks. You know, some days we're short and then some days we got to go long. We don't care what the tape wants to do other than we're in it. Yeah, we are. And this is the Netflix right here. Netflix, a $9 range. How do you like me now? 249 was the close. They had a gap down to 246 in that opening bell. Then guess what happened? We went from that number down to 236.97, and it made a series of 86 highs and 90 lows. We were down 550 points on that Dow. Here, let us show you another one on the Biotech index, which we said was a major powerhouse, as it has been. Right here, I will show you the index itself right here, our watch list. And basically, these are the stocks that are in it. And when I go on that range today, the problem is they ran up and then they sold off very quickly. So we just want to make sure that everyone is getting their share of these profits, which I'm hearing that we are, so I feel real good about that. As being the live new market maker, this is what we have going down. These were the gaps today. Gap open or down, this is a number. And that is what that Biotech's index is about. That's a different one as a watch list that we had, but we're going to go over here and we're going to give you the other index. This one here is the BTX.X, and just let me show you REGN, BIIB. Every one of these stocks got hammered today, and some days they go up. They were the leadership stocks in our data bank. Here's the Dow as we're going into the closing bell. One thing I just want people to know is that, you know, when we said markets were going to go down, we were not joking. We're not joking. And if you don't believe me, man, and you don't listen, that's on you. We put our information to our traders, yes. So you're not going to get the live update exactly right out of there. But what you are going to get is this right here. Here, let's see if that'll populate on the S&P. Yeah, this is that Dow Jones right here. And this is how it started out all day long. One of the things that we're going to talk about, Black Monday 2015. Dow Jones was down 1,000 points live. How to buy the dip and sell the rip. How to trade capitulation. Black Monday right here. S&P 500, the capitulation going down, and it did. It hit 1867. Right now at 1908. Dow Jones, Black Monday. Some of the videos that we had in there that traded, learn how to trade the NASDAQ, Biotech. This is it. This is that ETF. There are two of them, IBB, and then of course BIB. Listen to this, Biogen right here. This thing has gone way down. It made some great money off of those bottoms. And when I said to the world, our worldwide trading division called Market Maker Division, We told people that we were going to go down and we would sell short on the right day, and then we would go long, and we would do all of that. And that volatility is what people don't like. We love it. Right here, Dow Jones monthly trading ranges. 4 to 6 weeks going lower. Going lower. Click on it. Look at the date. 8/11/2015. That is the date. That is the live video. That is the live trades. And look at the big gap down over here. That's on that Dow. Right there. 16,032. Here. NASDAQ composite. We're going to talk about next one. I'm going to hit you up on the S&P now, market makers. We also had an opening bell movement and how that gap opened on there, and the videos are done the same day as this one, which is 9/1/2015. Time is 12:49 p.m. What? Pacific Standard Time. This is the price volatility, and that one there is definitely the way it's going to go. Now, on the NASDAQ composite, it too had a big left elbow gap down, and we put this low in right here. This is a 15-minute chart for people to understand. This is where the real bottoms were, and we consolidated and we came up. But look over the rollover. Ever since the S&P got to that high, we've been trending down a lot more than we've been trending up, as they would call it. And we got a green bar going into the close. We got 10 minutes. So one of the things that I'm doing right now, going into the closing bell at 12:15 Pacific Standard Time. Who are you? One of the things that we're going to be happy to show is how this Netflix has had a series of upgrades. But listen, these are the stocks that bounce the best off of their bottoms, and they do. And it's very important that you learn as a market maker live entry and exits and orders and profits. We will give you the trading capital. Yeah, we will. You don't believe us? Here, check this out. Check this out. Here, go to trading. Go right there. Go to open an account right there. Take the free 5-day trial. Here, open an account. What does it mean? Go over the page. We will give you buying power. $5,000 account will give you 100,000 intraday. You can use our entry and exits or do your own. It doesn't matter to us. There's all the stuff in here about the pattern day trading rule that you know you suffer from. So go ahead and get involved, and let's get you where you need to be, and that is always going to be making money. Making money. Take the free 5-day trial. There's nothing wrong with that. At least you get to see right there when these trades are doing what they're doing today. You're live in those trades with this. And you got to click getting started, man. If you really care about yourself and you want to make a lot of money when markets drop, hey, that's what we do. You want to make a lot of money when markets go higher? That's what we do. All you got to do is get in the cockpit and using our trading platform, and you can trade great equities, long or short, and make a ton of money. Do yourself a favor, put one foot in front of the other, and get in here. Click getting started right now. One of the things that I'm also going to show is this price line, PCLN, going into the closing bell. For some reason, I'm not pulling that thing up. So here's price line today. Big gap down, left elbow gap down. Ever since we had that, and we had that 15-minute bar, we shot straight up here to that green line. That is what we call the 200-minute period, moving average. That's what you heard me say. And then we went straight down, and we kept making even more lower lows. And how to trade price line. You can trade it with your account being funded, but we would do the option trades on price line. We make money on Priceline every single day. And using the options is the best way to go. Let's take a look at Google. G-O-O-G-L. Hinga. Let's take a look. It's going to populate. Look. on that left elbow gap down. We're not joking here. I'm going to blow it up. Hey, this is a great trading vehicle every day with options or equities, both. It doesn't matter. They're both going to pay when it goes the same directional movement. And here's exactly what we did. When I said that we went up there and we hit that 200-minute period moving average like we did, we came up off of this bottom right here and we popped it to sell it again. And selling that down was where that money was going to be printing in your wallet. As everyone else complains, you're getting paid, man. We have 4 minutes to the closing bell. I have a lot of short covering coming in these markets right now. We bounced 100 points from 560 to 450 or 465. That's that volatility. You got to know when to change with it. Baidu, B-I-D-U, big dog. Let's just put that big dog right here. It traded fine. It had really sold off. And, yeah, we got reversal on it, but nothing like the first day when we bought the stock at $100 a few days ago in that capitulation. Yeah, you heard me say capitulation. Let's take a look at Goldman Sachs. Take a minute. Look at here. Same thing. Same theme. Big reversal down, big short going straight down. That's a good trade. That Goldman Sachs is. That's a damn good trade, I said. Let's take a look at the chart on the IBB. This is the Biotech one. IBB shares, NASDAQ, Biotech, ETF. Look at that. Look at that. Here, look. This is how it started, man. Another capitulation. We ran up to these highs last week. Look at that. But look at these lows. Look at this double bottom low. Here, I'm going to draw a trend line for you. MMT. This is the play, MMT. I'm putting that right there. And now I'm going to say it's time to get in, man. You know why I'm saying that? Because if we hit this bottom down here in our trading platform that we own, as everyone knows, we are sitting there and we're looking at our other platform. That's going to tell us to get short this double bottom. If it breaks it, hey, we're going lower. That's a big reversal in the Biotech ETF. Oh, yeah, it is. I said that is a big reversal today. And people are buying the bottoms, and they make a lower low. Eventually, they'll be all in, and they're buying all the dips still. The thing about it is, I would say you get better prices. This is an MMT. This is a market maker firm, and market makers make prices going up and down. Look, you need the help. You take the 5 free day trial, and you put one step in front of the other. That's all you got to do. I'm going to go ahead and show you another one that you like, and that is your Facebook. Okay? Facebook had trading ranges today. They popped it off the bottom. Mr. Albert, check it out. 15-minute breakout. It held the half bar. We run up on a 15-minute, and that was definitely a 15-minute top. 100-minute period moving average crossing over the 200. On a 15-minute chart, that's a death cross. The 200 simple moving average remains up here, but this beige line is another moving average, and these two are the key. The dollar price movement higher, and if this keeps going lower, you're just going to keep continuing to sell off. And you got people who think that Facebook is a great company. Maybe they are. We don't care about that stuff. We only care that you get the right economic value of the data, and that when you're in here, you're making the turns in your stocks and whatnot. And this is the power. This is the glory. This is the first day of September. That volatility is doing exactly how I said it would do. And there was a big resemblance in 2007 before we capitulated again in 2008. I will tell you for a fact that we are going to capitulate again and again. We're going to really have a capitulation, though. These are great movements down, another 450 points a day in that Dow, and, stocks are selling off. Everything is in the green. This is what you got to learn to do. And these are the 15-minute market maker prints. You can get your trading capital. Look, that is Facebook making another pop. Every time Facebook made a pop, we made a pop and we rolled over, we made a pop, and dingo. This bar right here is a buy. We're 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left in the exchanges. 2 minutes left. You heard me. 2 minutes left. Facebook is right here. You can clearly see it down. 34 million shares traded on this thing. We hit a low of 86.50. 233 highs they were coming in. So they definitely had some bull momentum. However, the way it looks right now is that the bear is really doing a damage. Still, the closing price is 89.43. That is the closing price with 34 million shares traded. They've been trying to buy this dip all day. Some bought it too late. There are shorts that we are doing and we continue to do. We continue to honor. But more important is how you put that money in your cash wallet. You want to do that? Then you get right here, right now. You get here right now. I will tell you that Amazon was a beautiful trade, and then we bounced to 496. There's another one, 493. We made that low, and we popped it long while we were in this video on Amazon. Baidu, on the other hand, well, it's just flat. This one down here, Celgene made a bottom. This one's good to trade every day on that opening bell. We do have the opening bell prints, everybody. I will show you another leadership stock in that biotech, and that's GILD, making a lower low to 101. You heard what I said. Anyway, this is a complete view of these markets right now. And you can see where I was bringing up charts on a lot of your leadership stocks. Oh, believe me, there's more in there. Let me see if I can find you one. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at MasterCard. MA is the symbol. It had a big, yep. They're doing that short squeeze right now. They're buying that up. You can see that right there. This is called right now MasterCard, after having a big APA split this summer. The ranges are right here off of the bottom. They were buying to cover, and we made that low, and then they're going to buy it as they are, and they're going to try to hold it, and they could get whacked in the morning. So we are buying off of these bottoms. Yeah, we already made the biggest move made was that short bottom, that short, I get paid. Short, I love it when they go down. I make more money, and the other part of the people in the world are sitting there creaming on themselves, cussing at themselves, doing everything with themselves about this big move down. We're got more to go. Believe me. To the downside in 2016. Good morning, MMGs. 6:42 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The date, 9/1/2015. And what we're talking about is another opening bell capitulation. This one is done on a little bit lighter volume. This is the Dow Jones now, and the S&P look alike. So, basically, when we go back over here on a 60-minute level, I will just let you see perfectly what the differences are. And we are here. This was a much bigger red bar down to that bottom, and they popped it. Then they held that on a 60-minute level right here. I will go ahead and draw a trend line. This particular gap opened down with the Dow being down 343 points is lighter volume. And once again, what will end up happening is they're going to go ahead and we're going to trade this off of that bottom again. And this opening bell has been open 6:43, so we're not even quite to a whole 15-minute bar, but we can see that we were capitulating right here, and this is the Dow, so there's another trend line right here. Okay, basically, when we talk about this capitulation here, this one is not like this one over here. This was done where the volume was much higher and the sell side program was higher, and we also had this 60-minute bar on 825. 824 was a big capitulation, and this is this rally that they did on 826 by the bottom. This bottom is much higher as of right now than the previous bottom over here. But nonetheless, we got a big red bar. We have a big red bar, 60-minute bar. We got 1, 2. We're starting on the third red bar. They will try to buy this left elbow gap down. This is that support level right here. This is that support level right here. So we're going to watch and see exactly. We've already bounced 45 points off of this low right now as we speak. And you just got to know one thing. We got the unemployment numbers coming out. This is the Dow. The S&P look the same. This is a 60-minute chart. This is the low that we're sitting on our trend line at 16,225. 16,225. Currently down 302 points. It had just bounced 48 points in, about 30 seconds. The left elbow gap down is in play. These people, the bigger money, are going to chase these markets. We're only down 277. They're popping this move. So I'm letting everybody see what it looks like. NASDAQ composite, same thing. But you can see that the NASDAQ on its left elbow gap down here, that it's a green bar. They're buying it. And they're going to buy these big bottoms. The bull will step in at the big bottoms at support levels. We're going to get these rallies that go up and down like a yo-yo. Let me go ahead and put it back on the Dow Jones. They've already popped the Dow Jones. The Dow was down 350 points. Here's the wick right here. I want you to see it. I want you to see that this wick is the points on the Dow, and you need to get a grip. This was the bottom of the wick. This was a major trend line up here. This is the body of the 60-minute chart. So you can see clearly that they are coming in here and they are bid popping to going higher. We almost, once again, have gone up 100 points in this wick. And we're going to continuously monitor this with our traders. This is how it's working. This is that opening bell. It is 6:47 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is a 60-minute opening bell bar. And you can clearly see right here. This is volatility. This is everything. Last week, we had 10,000 points on the Dow that went up and down. Combined points was $10,000. Do you think these markets have seen that? No. In a 5-day period? No. That bear and that bull are going to continuously fight this 60-minute big-time buy off of that bottom. And this is what opening bell market volatility, opening bell capitulation volatility. This is where the sellers are coming in. One thing about the sellers in this particular bar is that it's not as big a volume selling, but nonetheless, it is what it is. And it had a rally, and it did. And we said on 824 that we were putting a bottom in, and and we hit this low right here, and on 826, this is where this rally started. This was over the weekend. And you can clearly see one thing about negative trends is that they have a very common denominator. The bigger the red bar we got right here, the bigger the red bar that we got right here on the 60-minute level, and the bigger the red bar that we got here on a 60-minute level is at a much higher price than previous I'm going to conclude the Dow. I'm going to conclude the opening bell. I am going to let you know one thing. It's time to get here, and the volatility is here to stay. Good morning, MMT. 9/1/2015, September 1. The Dow Jones is down 333 points on this opening bell. I have a 60-minute chart on this S&P 500 that had the original capitulation, and then we had bounced up here, and now we are testing a major support level at 1933. That is the actual level here on the 60-minute chart. So it's a 60-minute bar. I'm just going to go ahead and inflate the chart, zoom it, and I want everyone to understand that when I say there's going to be volatility, there's going to be volatility in how markets put in bottoms. It's a 60-minute bar capitulation on the S&P 500. And basically that puts the S&P at the current print of 1932. And this is what it looks like on an opening bell. The buyers at the 50-minute period moving average the white line. These buyers over here on 8/25 of 2015, we had a big drop right there. You can see it. And not only that, I'm going to pull this chart over here on a 60-minute level. Just let me now here we go. I'm going to size it, and here's what I want people to see. Okay. This is a 60-minute capitulation bar over here on 8/24. They came in, they rallied it up off the bottom. We put in the bottoms on the 60-minute. We rally straight up again, and that bear move hit a big pop. It was close enough to a double bottom, and we rallied straight up on 8/26 and 8/27. It was having a hard time here, and now what I'm going to show in reference to those other bars, here is the beginning of that 60-minute red bar. This is where the original capitulation happened, and this was on 8/25 when we put that red bar, this huge amount of selling, and we come in and we set it up. And these were the tops on a 60-minute. They could not get up above that level, and now the S&P is getting crushed. So we'll update this as we go along. This is on the opening bell. The time is 6:39 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Date 9/1/2015.